Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel. Whether you're new or coming back, we are gonna do a classic spread for checking the energies for each of the twin collectives. We'll find out what the additional question is that's relevant today, and we need to know more about it. And we'll see how the twins seeing each other. Actually, today we'll ask the question, what are their thoughts of each other at this time? Right, and we will start as always with a little oracle message. Today I've got the Cosmic Journey Oracle, so without further ado, let's get right to it. But just a quick reminder, first of all, that all the horoscopes are out. I'll put the link to the videos on the channel, and essentially the last 12 are your horoscopes for July. I'll put them in the comments. And also today we have a rerun of Mindfully Awake going out. The topic is going to be about freeing yourself from patterns of guilt and shame on the path to freedom and confidence. All right, so what do we have for Divine Feminines? And of course, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with those who may benefit from this kind of information. I don't know what's lately going on with my lighting, but yeah, whatever it is. For the feminines, we got number 2. A light grows brighter only by lighting another. This is a reminder of the power of the light work, of your presence, of the energy you emanate. Even when you do simple things, sometimes people, they are in a spiritual community, in a twin flame community, and they feel like there's especially because we do have psychic skills, mediumship, we're highly intuitive, all these different things, that there is immediately this very high bar of expectations of what does it mean and how can I make a difference if I'm just getting started. But the truth is, because of the energetic potential that we have, we're actually making the difference even with simple things we do when we go about our life. When we, go to a hairdresser, or we pick up our groceries, or we post something about our personal life on social network, or we're catching up with a friend over coffee, right? That doesn't even have to have some super special intention for it, but it ends up being like that. And I'm sure if you see it that way, if you think about it that way, that you'll notice more and more that even through the seemingly simple interactions throughout your day, you are making a difference. You're saying something just casually, just sharing something, without having given it a second thought, and it shifts something for the person. It clicks somewhere, and they're like, wow, really? I never thought about it that way. Maybe I should start doing it. Or you know what, I've always been afraid of trying this, but I hear you now, and tomorrow I'm gonna do XYZ and I'm gonna go for it, right? And you're like, whoa. Right? So that's just a reminder, and to be more, aware of the power that you have, and spread your light, really. My problem as I was getting started in this for a long while was not sharing enough of myself, not being out there present and talking and sharing my perspective, all these different things. So that was number 2 for the feminines. For masculines, we get number 8. Coming soon. Welcome to the next ascending age. Yes, masculines still integrating this new energies that we got with the solstice, and with the full moon, the last one. Today we have a new moon, actually, so thank you, Victoria. Now I reminded myself about it. So what we'll do, actually, now that I've remembered that I wanted to have this intention for this reading, is I will do the same spread I always do, but with the intention of the new moon in Cancer. This moon is a lot about, because Cancer is a very nurturing, very motherly and homey energy, just naturally. It may give you some push and some guidance towards setting intentions for those areas of your life, right? New moons are great to start something new, to revisit your previous goals, right? And hopefully you could summarize what you were doing in the last cycle was the full moon, but it doesn't mean that it stops there. It's not that strict per se, and the real cycle is actually between the new moon in Cancer and full moon in Cancer. It's going to be 6 months from now, right? So this is the beginning of that bigger cycle. So if you're doing journals, or even if you're not doing journals, this might be like, even if you're not doing journaling on the daily basis, this may be a very good idea to put in a journal, right? And you can even, like, you can put a date and even like specify, this is new moon in Cancer, this is what's going on in my life, these are the intentions I'm setting for this cycle. And then 6 months from now, when there is a full moon in Cancer, you can go back and then summarize how this cycle went for you. So think about it for a moment. If you've always been thinking just about here and now, this is your opportunity to set yourself up for the 6 months from now. And yeah, we have other major transits in flight, like Saturn in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde. So big planets, huge, that are bringing about karmic lessons, deep insights, right? So see how you can make those connections for your story, for your context. So with all that said, I've got Steampunk Tarot here. What do we have? What kind of opportunities is this new moon in Cancer bringing to the twins? The second question would be, what is the potential outcome of this new moon cycle? And the third question would be what each of the twins is thinking about each other during this cycle. That's how it's gonna go. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Yes, that's the intention set. It's a little bit awkward, you know, but it's like you don't really need to tell anyone, especially if you feel like a page. You're setting something, some kind of intention, something where you don't feel confident yet. Totally fine. And you can always, it's a little bit out there with the project management, but you can definitely, if the goal seems too big and too scary, and maybe it sounds fine for 6 months and you're like, yeah, 6 months should be fine, right? But there's a very good idea if you're setting up a bigger goal, a more ambitious goal, a longer term goal, or all of the above, to do some intermediate milestones for yourself so that you can first of all check yourself whether you're on track, and also make it easier, avoid procrastination, avoid fear of even taking it on at all. Bottom of the deck for the clarifiers is 8 of Wands. Yes, you see there's again that energy of passion, of intention. You need to speak it out into the universe. There we go. That's what it is. Even if it's scary, even more so if it's scary. So what is the opportunity this new moon is bringing to the feminines? 8 of Swords, clarified by the Hierophant. Yeah, so there is a fear of going against either the status quo or the norm of the society, right? And what is recognized, or it can be even more granular than that. For example, we were just talking about light work, and this is a feminine energy, so the topic continues. You know, you want to do, I don't know, what do they call it? Like I don't know, maybe hypnosis sessions. Just giving you an example, right? And you want to make money with that. You want this to be your occupation. You're into it. You've done your homework. You feel you're ready. You want to do this for a living. And right now you have a 3D job. So you may be afraid, you may be overthinking about leaving that 3D job because you may not believe that you can actually make the same kind of money or enough money with your hypnosis sessions, right? And there's a little bit of a fine balance here, because on the one hand, obviously have some backup, have some savings, make sure that you have plan B, plan C. But to a certain extent, you won't be able to progress as much as you want if you don't commit to it fully, if you want this to be your real full-time occupation. And of course, there are lots of different options in between here. I.e., you can take sabbatical from work maybe for a few months, right? And then give this new occupation a chance. See how it works out when you actually have the energy and resources and inspiration, where you don't have to tear yourself between multiple things, right? And then surprisingly, you'll see that other people are not as judgmental about it as you thought. And secondly, that it actually isn't that much of a woo-woo or that much stretched as it may have seemed to you before. Even if it's something more mystical, you know, out there. What is the opportunity with this new moon for masculines? We have Nine of Pentacles clarified by Ace of Swords. Yeah, so masculines, we saw this energy yesterday. So masculines have been already preparing and setting themselves up for this new beginning, where it's very interesting also that the bird is the same in both cards in these decks, if you can see that. The birds are messengers. They are also, especially the, it's the pheasant, the eagle, you know, like the strong birds. They are about motivation and ambition, right? So it's like setting up the personal ambition, but the true one, not what other people are doing, not how my friends are making money, not what seems like a cool thing to do. If it's a hobby, for example, right? It doesn't have to be just about work, obviously, right? But this is setting up goals and ambitions that really speak to you, to your, what your personal growth path is like, and to what your personal aspirations are deep down. What's the potential outcome for the feminines? Knight of Swords clarified by Justice. Yeah, so this is clear communication that's balanced and that's fair, you know, in its words. It's not like when sometimes people don't want to hurt the other person, but they end up doing that anyway, right? And of course we can go very deep into that area, but this is like very clear, very straightforward, no needing to read between the lines, no awkward silences and then you need to guess what's going on. This is, if you do the homework, this is the reward basically, right? That whoever is in your close surrounding, whether it's your person, other people, all of them, right, you can get a much clearer, more balanced communication and relationship. Justice is Libra energy. Libra is responsible for that fair communication, for wanting to have balance in a relationship. What's the outcome for the masculines? The High Priestess clarified by Three of Swords, and the After Tarot, it's about healing. So this is about becoming a lot more intuitive and getting the next level heart healing that wasn't available before. This is recognizing the wisdom and the power of a mystic, of a shaman, of a healer, of witchcraft, of whatever it is, right? Like how deep and spiritual it is for self, not just for like, yeah, I'm gonna do a spread of cards for you and maybe it will help you. No, but for the self. So this is a more commitment to the spiritual path by seeing how much it helps heal the heart. Yeah, what are the feminines thinking of the masculine or towards the masculine at this time? Queen of Cups clarified by the Devil. Yeah, they feel like there's still some codependency on the emotional side. Like there's something still that needs to be healed, because there's certain behavior, bad behavior, let's put it that way, on the masculine side that feminine is is considering to overlook. But it's not because the heart is healed, it's because they want for this to happen. So they're like, maybe I can actually forget about that, right? I can put it aside for now, right? Like, we'll see what happens, right? But there are no shortcuts here, because, and then the Devil energy still manifests in something karmic, right? So eventually it may push you two away, right? And the feminines actually, like, because these cards are actually here, they understand that there is something that's not fully healed yet, and that's what's needed right now, right? Like there's still some kind of pain, some kind of suffering that's left from the previous communication with the DM directly, or from previous relationships with DMs, with this DM or with previous ones. What are the DMs thinking towards the DF? We have the Hermit clarified by Three of Pentacles. So yeah, DMs are still in the Hermit mode. They're still considering, they're still healing, they're learning. They are making changes in their life. They're preparing for this collaboration, but it's like they're not ready to come out just yet. It's like just a little bit more time, please. Right? Because again, they want this to be fruitful. They know that this is special, spiritual. Three of Pentacles a lot of times is DM, DF, and the divine, right? The three. So they know that it's not going to be just about the physical relationship. It's just not going to be another girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. This is deeper. This is bigger than just a relationship of two people. So there's still some things on their list that haven't clicked yet for them, and they are reconciling and they are healing. Not to mention that for the twins, there's always some sort of seemingly inconsistency or incompatibility, right? That the other person may struggle with or need to overcome that, to like, oh, this is like, I don't understand this, or I don't agree with that, so this is not going to work for me. But this is the learning curve, and that's what I'm getting, that they are going through and revisiting it. I'm not saying that they've healed it or they understood where the problem was. It's just that they're considering it, they're open to it, and that's already a lot. And it takes, sometimes it takes a minute to really understand it on a deeper level, where the other person is coming from, or how I may want to widen my horizons and be open to a different opinion, even for myself. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope this helped, guys. Please don't forget, the new moon peak is happening later today, in a few hours from now. It's in a water sign, so you may want to work with water energy. Use your imagination. You can find some things online, of course. Set your intentions, journal, set intentions for your dreams as well. And yeah, God bless you all.